Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, someone always manages to undermine you? What if the secret to being truly untouchable lies not in brute force, but in a profound psychological shift, a mindset that makes disrespect impossible? In today's video, we delve into the harsh yet empowering teachings of Machiavelli, reinterpreted through the lens of modern psychology. You'll discover how adopting an unyielding inner authority, rooted in self-mastery, strategic detachment, and a deep understanding of power, can transform your life. By dismantling the illusions of external control and reclaiming the narrative of your own destiny, you become a force that no one can dare to disrespect. Prepare to challenge conventional wisdom and explore a path toward genuine psychological empowerment, where Machiavelli's timeless insights merge with contemporary thought. At first glance, you might think this is just another motivational video on standing up for yourself. But as we peel back the layers, you will uncover a series of revelations that will force you to reconsider everything you thought you knew about power and respect. In the turbulent political landscape of Renaissance Italy, Niccolò Machiavelli emerged as one of the most controversial and insightful political philosophers. His seminal work, The Prince laid bare the often brutal reality of power, exposing the mechanisms by which rulers maintained authority in an era defined by instability and conflict. Although his writings were intended as pragmatic advice for leaders, over the centuries, Machiavelli's ideas have transcended politics and found new relevance in the realm of personal psychology. Machiavelli's core assertion was that power is not bestowed by external benevolence but seized through calculated, often ruthless, strategies. His writings reveal a deep understanding of human nature, the interplay of fear and respect, and the dynamics of control. These principles, when applied to the modern individual, provide a framework for achieving psychological autonomy and resilience, a way to ensure that no one can ever undermine or disrespect you again. Central to our discussion are several key concepts derived from Machiavelli's writings and reinterpreted through a psychological lens. Strategic detachment. The idea that true strength comes from disengaging emotionally from external opinions and judgments. Self-mastery. Achieving control over your inner world so that external events and criticisms lose their power. Power dynamics. Understanding that respect and authority are cultivated internally through decisiveness and the refusal to be manipulated. The illusion of control. Recognizing that what many perceive as external control is often a reflection of our own internal insecurities and projections. Machiavelli's insights force us to confront uncomfortable truths about power, respect, and human behavior. As we explore these ideas, we will reveal hidden factors that have shaped our understanding of authority, both in historical contexts and in the modern psychological landscape. What most people fail to realize is that the very foundations of our self-worth and interpersonal respect are built on deep, often unexamined psychological processes. These include internalized insecurities, the way we allow our hidden fears and doubts to dictate our reactions. Social conditioning, how societal expectations mold our behavior and undermine our authenticity. Projection. The tendency to attribute our internal conflicts to external sources, thereby reinforcing our vulnerabilities. The subconscious engine, the forces within our unconscious that silently shape our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Understanding these hidden factors is essential for dismantling the chains that bind you to a life of subservience and external control. Only by addressing the internal landscape can you truly become untouchable. Unbreakable. Mastering the inner world to become untouchable. Have you ever felt that despite all your efforts, lingering wounds and external judgments continue to shape your life? What if the secret to invulnerability lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering the inner workings of your own mind? In today's video, we explore the profound insights of Carl Jung to reveal that nothing and nobody can hurt you again once you reclaim your inner power. We will examine how the interplay of unconscious forces, repressed emotions, and our own projections create the illusion of vulnerability, and how through disciplined self-reflection and individuation, you can transform that internal chaos into a fortress of resilience. The illusion of external control. For too long, society has taught us that our worth is measured by external validation, by the applause of our peers, the approval of authority figures, and the fluctuating opinions of the public. Yet, according to Jung, this dependence on external factors is nothing more than a mirage. External events gain their power over you only when you allow your unresolved insecurities and repressed emotions to take root. Consider how a single harsh remark or unexpected setback can shatter your confidence. In reality, these external triggers are reflections of deeper, unhealed wounds that you carry within. The more you let these factors dictate your emotional state, the more you surrender your true power. True control is not about manipulating others or the environment. It is about transforming the internal narrative that fuels your vulnerability. Embracing the shadow. At the core of Jung's philosophy is the concept of the shadow, the hidden part of your personality containing all the traits, impulses, and emotions you have denied or repressed. This shadow, when left unacknowledged, can manifest in destructive ways, projecting its negativity onto others. When you see in others the flaws you refuse to confront within yourself, you inadvertently give power to your own insecurities. The process of integrating the shadow is not about erasing these darker aspects, but accepting them as integral parts of your identity. By embracing the entirety of your being, including the elements you consider undesirable, you neutralize their power over you. This courageous act of self-integration is the first step toward becoming emotionally untouchable. The journey of individuation. Individuation is the lifelong process of uniting the conscious and unconscious parts of the self to achieve wholeness. It is the journey by which you peel away the layers of conditioning, societal expectations, and personal insecurities to reveal your authentic core. In this journey, every obstacle, every moment of inner conflict is an opportunity for growth and transformation. The more you engage in this process, the more you become the architect of your own destiny. You learn that the path to true freedom lies in accepting your multifaceted nature and harnessing all aspects of yourself, even those once hidden in darkness. Individuation is the means by which you reclaim your power, turning the pain of the past into a source of strength for the future. Dismantling the mechanisms of projection. Projection is a psychological process whereby you attribute your own unacknowledged feelings, fears, and weaknesses to others. This defense mechanism allows you to avoid facing uncomfortable truths about yourself by shifting the focus outward. However, this only reinforces the very vulnerabilities you wish to escape. When you recognize that the criticism you level against others is often a mirror of your internal struggles, you begin to dismantle the cycle of projection. By taking responsibility for your inner life, you reclaim the power that you had unknowingly surrendered. This shift from projection to self-ownership is crucial for breaking free from the external forces that have long dictated your behavior. The liberation of detachment. One of the most radical yet liberating ideas in Jungian psychology is the concept of detachment, not in the sense of apathy, but as a strategic withdrawal of your emotional investment from external validations and distraction. Detachment means recognizing that you cannot control the opinions and actions of others, and that your emotional well-being should not be at their mercy. When you learn to let go of the constant need for approval, you conserve your energy for what truly matters, your inner growth and self-mastery. This deliberate act of detachment transforms your mindset, allowing you to approach life with a clear, focused determination that is immune to the whims of external chaos. Reclaiming authenticity and inner autonomy. Authenticity is the antidote to a life dictated by external forces. Throughout our lives, we are bombarded with expectations and norms that often force us to hide our true selves. Yet, the most powerful individuals are those who have the courage to live authentically, embracing their strengths and weaknesses alike. When you reclaim your authentic self, you dismantle the false identity constructed by societal pressures. This reclamation not only frees you from the burden of conformity, but also establishes an unshakable foundation upon which you can build your true power. By prioritizing inner autonomy over external validation, you send a clear message. Your destiny is yours to command, and no one can undermine your inherent worth. The interplay of power and vulnerability. True power does not imply the absence of vulnerability. In fact, the ability to acknowledge and integrate your vulnerabilities is what ultimately makes you formidable. While many perceive vulnerability as a weakness, it is actually a gateway to deeper self-understanding and connection. When you embrace your vulnerabilities, you transform them into assets that enhance your resilience and foster genuine relationships. This balanced interplay between strength and vulnerability creates a dynamic, authentic presence that not only commands respect but also defies the efforts of external forces to diminish your power. The cost of social conditioning. From childhood, we are steeped in societal norms and expectations that shape our beliefs and behaviors. These external pressures pressures often become internalized, forming the basis of our self-worth and the way we interact with the world. However, these ingrained patterns frequently serve to limit your potential rather than empower you. By critically examining and rejecting the constraints imposed by social conditioning, you begin to liberate your true self. This process of deconstructing inherited beliefs is not easy. It requires persistent introspection and the courage to challenge the status quo. Yet, it is an essential step in the journey toward self-mastery, enabling you to build a life defined by personal integrity rather than by external approval. Understanding the unconscious. A vast portion of what governs your thoughts and behaviors is hidden in the unconscious, a reservoir of repressed memories, emotions, and instincts that operate beyond your conscious awareness. Carl Jung's pioneering work has shown that this hidden realm exerts a profound influence on your everyday life, often manifesting in ways that undermine your sense of control. The first step toward reclaiming your power is to bring these unconscious forces into the light. Through practices like dream analysis, meditation, and deep self-reflection, you can begin to understand and integrate these hidden aspects, thereby diminishing their control over you. This process of conscious integration is the cornerstone of true emotional liberation. The role of self-reflection in transformation. Self-reflection is the rigorous examination of your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It is a critical tool for identifying the internal barriers that have long held you back. By engaging in systematic self-reflection, you gain clarity about your true desires and fears. This clarity, in turn, empowers you to dismantle the false narratives that have kept you in a state of vulnerability. As you learn to reflect without judgment, you pave the way for continuous personal growth and transformation, steadily building the inner resilience required to become untouchable. Harnessing the power of intuition. Intuition is a subtle yet potent guide that emerges from deep within your unconscious. Often dismissed as mere instinct, it is in fact a wellspring of wisdom that can steer you toward decisions aligned with your true self. Trusting your intuitive insights allows you to bypass the noise of external criticism and tap into an internal reservoir of knowledge. Many of history's most influential figures have credited their success to moments of sudden intuitive clarity, a testament to the power that lies in trusting your inner voice. Overcoming fear and embracing courage. Fear and self-doubt are pervasive forces that undermine your ability to act with confidence. These emotions, often rooted in past traumas and internalized criticism, create an ongoing cycle of vulnerability. The process of overcoming fear involves acknowledging its presence, understanding its origins, and then choosing to act in spite of it. True courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward regardless of it. As you confront and transcend your fears, you unlock a reservoir of inner strength that makes you immune to external insults and setbacks. The paradox of letting go. One of the most counterintuitive insights from Jung's philosophy is the paradox that letting go of the need for external control actually grants you greater control over your life. When you release the constant need for validation and stop clinging to every minor setback, you create a space for clarity and creativity. This act of relinquishing control is not about becoming indifferent. It is about focusing your energy on what truly matters, your inner growth and self-determination. As you gradually let go of what no longer serves you, you find that every external obstacle becomes an opportunity for transformation. The transformation through self-overcoming. Self-overcoming is the continuous process of transcending your limitations and evolving into a more resilient, empowered version of yourself. Each challenge you encounter is an opportunity to learn and grow, and every setback is a stepping stone on your journey toward inner mastery. This transformative process is both gradual and profound, requiring persistent effort, honest self-reflection, and unwavering commitment. The culmination of self-overcoming is the emergence of a new, unassailable identity, one that stands firm in the face of external adversity and internal conflict. Reclaiming your narrative. The story of your life is too often dictated by external circumstances and past wounds. However, by reclaiming your narrative through deliberate self-reflection and introspection, you can begin to rewrite your destiny. When you take ownership of your past and allow it to inform rather than dictate your present, you gain the power to shape your future. This reclamation of your personal story is a transformative act of self-empowerment, a declaration that you are the sole architect of your own life, free from the constraints of external judgment. Integrating the lessons of the unconscious. Every experience, every emotion, and every memory contains a lesson waiting to be learned. The key to transformation lies in integrating these lessons into your conscious awareness. By bringing the hidden forces of your unconscious into the light, you begin to understand the true source of your vulnerabilities and, in turn, dismantle their power. This integration process, while often challenging, is essential for creating a cohesive, resilient self that can withstand the trials of life. The power of mindful detachment. Mindful detachment is the practice of observing your thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. This disciplined approach allows you to maintain a clear, objective perspective even in the midst of chaos. By detaching from the constant barrage of external validation and internal turmoil, you cultivate an unshakable inner state that is impervious to the unpredictable nature of the outside world. This mindful detachment is a cornerstone of self-mastery, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with calm precision. Relying on self-reliance. True empowerment arises when you learn to rely on your inner resources rather than seeking validation from the world around you. Self-reliance builds a robust sense of self-worth that is not contingent on the opinions or actions of others. When you trust your own judgment and value your intrinsic worth, you become immune to the fluctuations of external circumstances. This inner strength, cultivated through self-reliance, is the foundation upon which lasting personal power is built, transforming internal conflict into creative energy. Internal conflicts, if left unaddressed, can manifest as chronic anxiety and self-doubt. However, when confronted and understood, these conflicts can be transformed into a powerful source of creative energy. Each internal battle offers a lesson, and every moment of strife carries the potential for growth. By channeling your emotional turmoil into constructive pursuits, you convert pain into progress and uncertainty into innovation. The repercussions of social conditioning. From an early age, societal norms and expectations shape your beliefs and behaviors. These external pressures over time become internalized, forming the basis of your identity. Yet these conditioned responses often limit your true potential, reinforcing a cycle of dependency on external validation. Breaking free from social conditioning requires a deliberate and courageous effort to question the status quo and redefine what success and self-worth truly mean for you. Challenging the illusion of fate. Many of us are led to believe that our lives are predetermined by fate, that external forces control our destiny. However, the insights of Carl Jung reveal that this perceived fate is often a projection of our internal insecurities and unresolved conflicts. When you recognize that your destiny is shaped by your own choices, you reclaim the power to steer your life in any direction you desire. This realization shatters the illusion of fate and empowers you to take charge of your own future. Harnessing the dynamics of power. At the heart of Jung's teachings is the understanding that true power is not imposed by external events, but is cultivated within. The dynamics of power are deeply intertwined with your inner state. By mastering your thoughts and emotions, you disrupt the cycle of external control. When you shift your focus from reacting to events to proactively shaping your inner world, you create a wellspring of strength that no external force can undermine. The ultimate revelation, reclaiming control. The culmination of this journey is the profound realization that the power to control your life resides entirely within you. By integrating the hidden elements of your unconscious, overcoming internal conflicts, and rejecting the need for external validation, you dismantle the false narratives that have long held you captive. In this state of inner mastery, every challenge becomes a stepping stone, and every external insult loses its potency. You become the master of your own destiny, a state where nothing and nobody can ever hurt you again. At the pinnacle of our exploration, a transformative truth emerges. The power to control your life is not granted by external circumstances, but is forged in the depths of your inner work. Every act of self-reflection, every moment spent confronting your shadow, builds an unbreakable fortress around your true self. In this state, the forces that once threatened to wound you, external judgments, unresolved traumas, and internal insecurities, dissipate into mere echoes of the past. The revelation is both stark and empowering. When you master your inner world, you become untouchable. No external force can undermine your newfound strength, for you have reclaimed the ultimate authority over your destiny. This is not merely an intellectual concept. It is a lived reality that transforms chaos into clarity and fear into unyielding power. In conclusion, our in-depth exploration of Carl Jung's insights has revealed a compelling transformative truth. Nothing and nobody will ever hurt you again once you reclaim control over your inner world. We have dissected the illusion of external control, confronted the hidden forces within the unconscious, and illuminated the path to self-mastery through processes such as projection, individuation, isolation, and self-overcoming. By embracing rigorous self-reflection and rejecting the constant need for external validation, you free yourself from the chains that once bound you. This journey toward inner freedom is challenging, yet liberating, marked by the continuous evolution of your true self. Every obstacle overcome and every internal conflict resolved contributes to an unassailable sense of personal power, a power that renders external judgments meaningless. As you reflect on these insights, ask yourself, are you ready to step into the role of the master of your own destiny? Will you commit to the ongoing process of self-overcoming and reclaim the inner strength that has always been yours? If you are prepared to transform your life from the inside out, then the time to act is now. Thank you for watching. If this deep dive into Carl Jung's philosophy resonates with you, please like this video, subscribe to Psyche Arcanum, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement is essential as we continue to explore the true nature of personal power and emotional liberation. Remember, the key to an untouchable life lies within you. Embrace your journey, conquer your inner battles, and let nothing and nobody ever hurt you again.